Hello, and welcome into this Madden Ultimate Team Showdown. I'm your host, the Coach.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so...
And that's caught inside the 30.
Good nothing!
And all the way in for the touchdown. Brandon Cooks. 75 yards. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. There you have it, another challenge and another victory. Now remember, you can always replay challenges if you left any stars on the table.
Hey, folks, I'm your host, the Coach. It's game time. It's Ultimate Team. It doesn't get any better than this. Let's join this one already in progress. Here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, we get this challenge started in the first quarter with less than 4 minutes left on the clock. Still no points on the board. It's 0-0. You have possession on your own 45-yard line, and it's 2nd and 5. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. To throw is Manning. Leaping, and he makes the grab. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 31 yards. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Nicely done. Another one up, another one down. Keep grinding and keep racking up those wins.
Hey, everybody, welcome. It's the Coach with you here today for another edition of Madden Ultimate Team. Taking you the rest of the way, here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Brandon.
We get this challenge started in the first quarter with less than 4 minutes left on the clock. You're ahead 7 points. Your opponent has the ball on their 20-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Not much there, only a yard. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Wilson. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On third down, Wilson. And a hit turned in over the middle. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So the completion there from Zach Wilson, rookie out of BYU. Charles, what do you think they have to be on the lookout for defensively here, trying to slow him down?
Well, to me, it's sitting on the shorter and intermediate routes because he is an accurate thrower coming out of college. I think he was 73% his last season at BYU. So I'd give him as many looks as I could, but I'd force him to throw the ball over my head because a lot of the young quarterbacks, they want the safe completions, the easy throws early. Make him throw it deeper where he has to take a little bit more of a chance.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. Wilson. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Amendola set to return it. Ooh, with a juke. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10.
Hey, folks, it's the coach here. Welcome back for another exciting matchup in Madden Ultimate Team. Let's send it down to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis for the call.
We will start this challenge off in the 2nd quarter with 4 minutes left on the clock. You lead by a touchdown, but your opponent has possession at your 35-yard line. 1st and long. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12. Now Wilson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Wilson. Screenplay, Johnson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Braden Mann now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. Congratulations on yet another victory. Now you can go.
Hello there, it's the coach with you here today, and this is an Ultimate Challenge. Now let's hand it off to Brandon and Charles as we jump straight into the action.
Thanks, Coach. This challenge begins in the 3rd quarter with 2 minutes left on the clock. You're ahead by 4. You have the ball on your own 35-yard line, and it's 1st down. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown! Brandon Cooks, 65 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, years, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's all.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the defense has come up with it. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Touchdown! Brandon Cooks. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. All right, you did it. You got the win. Congratulations. Keep that momentum going and tackle that next challenge.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. I'm the coach, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Let's get back to Brandon and Charles for the call.
We jump into this challenge in the third quarter with 4 minutes to go. You're only down 3 points. You've got the ball on your own 15-yard line as we get set here on first down. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz it, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you.
That's caught. Touchdown. Brandon Cooks. 43 yards. As his guys have now moved out in front. Well done. You've defeated this ultimate challenge. Now, if there are stars still available, you can always replay the challenge again. Otherwise, it's time to move on to the next one.
Hello, everyone. You're watching Ultimate Challenges, and I'm your host, the coach. To finish this out, here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thanks, Coach. For this challenge, we begin in the third quarter with over 3 minutes remaining. You're down a field goal. You have the ball on your own 35-yard line, and it's second and 4.
There, you just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is caught inside the 5. And touchdown! Brandon Cooks, 58 yards as they have taken the lead. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
Drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now they hand off to Coleman. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. And I think the ball's out. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, the tie down. Seems to be turning in this third quarter as this defense is able to knock the ball free and recover.
And let's look at it this way. Their offense is right back out there who just got the lead a few minutes ago. This has the potential to be a big swing in this game.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Throwing again on second down. Manning, he's letting it fly for Cooks. And it's caught. Touchdown. Brandon Cooks. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 4 yards remain for second down. Here with Coleman out of the gun. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They will run again with Coleman. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's the Jets punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it,
and it's caught. Touchdown. Brandon Cooks. 42 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter. and I don't see him looking back.
Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. On the return, Corey Ballantyne. Now a hit and a loose football. So a turnover there on the kickoff. And don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting, because when you're trailing in a game, these are mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it. Go the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And they open the lead up now to 25. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Ballantyne to return. Now a hit and a loose football. It's going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And that's got to be so disappointing. For a defense, you force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit, or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. It's a short kick. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover.
Now a loose football. Coleman lost it, and this is picked up by the defense.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this holding. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Ballantyne to return. Now a hit and a loose football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. I'm not not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Valentine to return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
You're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. A.J. Bournier with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. On for the extra point is Folk. Fake it, and it's caught inside the 5. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the defense will get their hands on it, go the other way. And that might just cement it. Return for a late touchdown. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Valentine to return. Now a hit and a loose football. It's going the other way. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back.
And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. Flag down. Let's see if this will stand. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point up and good by Folk, and that will extend this big lead. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And not much up. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them a possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football,
looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So that one will be accepted. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry to try again after the sack. Wilson, and his throw is incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, and it's 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also...
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21 and up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for them? Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the defense. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. And I don't know that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here on the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Manning looking to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here and give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20.